I didn't realize just how rare what I'm about to show you is. This is my iPad Air 2. I got this for Christmas in 2014. I was still in high school at the time, and this is surprisingly well preserved because it runs the original version of iOS that shipped on it, iOS 8. It has some incredibly rare things on it, like Infinity Blade, which you can't even download anymore. So the model I have here today is a gold iPad Air 2. Gold was a brand new color that Apple was getting into at that time. With the iPhone 5S, they entered making gold devices. iPad and the iPhone the following year, they brought gold to the entire lineup. This was the first iPad with a biometric authentication system. So let's check it out. Not only did I never update this iPad or restore it, but I also kept every piece of the packaging, including the original wrappings on the iPad. You can truly only experience opening an Apple product for the first time once, but we can get pretty close with this. It feels like opening it for the first time. I still remember getting this on Christmas. My mom got it for me, and I was super excited to see it under the tree. If I am correct in my thinking, this is the thinnest and lightest the iPad line was ever at any point. And it is razor thin. You could literally like snap these in half. So there it is. There's iOS 8 running on an iPad Air 2 in 2023. That's so crazy to see. I absolutely hated iOS 7 and 8. It is so wild to see this thing running that version of iOS because I absolutely cannot stand this particular version of iOS. This is the iPad 2. So take a look at these icons and you can see the massive departure. This was at a time where I was still just trying to get used to this completely radically redesigned iOS. I loved this look, and this looked super cartoonish. Look at that wallpaper. What the heck was I thinking? I know that comes with the iPad, but it just adds to the cartoon feel. I hate that. What? What was I doing? I don't even know. Interestingly, this iPad has not been connected to Wi-Fi, and I don't know the day when. And that means that it's January the 12th, 1970 for some reason, according to my iPad. So when the iPad has been disconnected for Wi-Fi long enough, apparently it resets itself to a time before the Apple Mac ever existed, before Apple existed. You remember this really wild feature where all of your contacts were just kind of chilling up there in multitasking? That was such an odd thing. Like, I don't know why they thought that was a good place for it, but they were just kind of up here living their best life, chilling, and then all your apps were just chilling down here at the bottom. And, well, I can't get my YouTube to fully load. It wants me to get YouTube Red, which is no longer branded as such. It doesn't pull up anything else. This iPad was launched long before the fallout between Epic Games and Apple. And back at that time, they were actually really good friends with each other. Like, Apple used to use an app called Infinity Blade to showcase the performance of iPhones every single year. Like, every iPhone release was paired with a new Infinity Blade release that showed off the graphics power of the new phone. So here it is. Truly a game that Apple used to show off what the iPhone and the iPad at the time could render. This is crazy to think that you were getting this level of graphics back in 2014 on a device that tiny. It's really a shame that you can't download those apps anymore. Another app that I have on this that was really popular at the time is Flappy Bird. That one was a lot of fun. Another fun one is Grand Theft Auto. I have San Andreas on here, and that's crazy that the entire San Andreas is on here. And not to mention that, but that they finally dropped GTA 6 after the hottest minute of all time. Like, that minute, super long, ridiculous. And they come into Florida. They come into my neck of the woods in the current one. I don't know if my former town is going to be featured on there, but that would be crazy. I'd love to, like, you know, walk by my house. It's like everybody playing Flight Sim flies by their house. I would love to do that with GTA 6, which takes place in Florida, and I'm pretty sure Tampa is on the map. Anybody remember Goat Sim? This one was a game where you simulated being a goat, and you did goat stuff. Just roam around and do random stuff. My favorite place to chill as a goat has always been over here in the swimming pool trampoline park thing. This is back when Twitter was Twitter. The icon on here is Twitter, and it opens up and has the little bird and everything. Who knows what the heck was going on back in this time? Can I say my tweets? I can, sorta. Looks like I was the class of 17 at the time, the last time I used Twitter. And it says that I was going to be the lead in a musical. So yeah, that did happen. That was a thing. Anybody remember YouTube Capture? That was an interesting one. It was a camera app built by YouTube for YouTube. You'd shoot your video here, and then when you were done with it, you could go in and do some very, very basic editing work on it before posting it straight to YouTube. And you could save it, share it to Google Plus, which has not been a thing in ever. This update even predates Apple Music. So Apple Music did come out in iOS 8, but I think it was iOS 8.4 that added Apple Music support. So this was still when you could only carry the songs that you purchased and downloaded to your device. There's a picture I took on the device back in the day, December 25th, 2014. This would have been one of the first pictures ever taken on here. It is the desk setup that I had back in 2014. Look at that. It was a TV monitor and a 2012 MacBook Pro, which I still have. Hopefully you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, taking a look at the iPad Air 2 almost a decade after it came out. If you did, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.